Welcome back. Well, it's not often bills designed to protect marine animals get the parliamentary spotlight, but two pieces of legislation appear set to become law if the House of Commons ever get their acts together in the next week or two. Let's bring in one of Ottawa's and Canada's most persistent and perhaps successful animal rights lawyers to set the scene of what these bills would accomplish. Camille Labchuk joins me in the studio. Welcome to the show. Nice to have you finally on.
Good to be here, Don.
Shark fin soup is a concept I don't quite get, but I gather we import a lot. What will this do?
Canada is actually the largest importer of shark fin outside of Southeast Asia, which is
right?
It's pretty disturbing. Yeah. And 70 million sharks, an estimate, are being killed every year for shark fin products.
And they're not used for anything else, right? They just hack off the fin and throw them back in the ocean. Is that right?
Yeah, pretty much. And then once they're thrown back in the ocean without their fins, they suffer a very slow and painful death. So it's incredibly cruel, incredibly wasteful, and something that most people find abhorrent.
Are a lot of countries following that example? Are you hearing much about countries banning the importation of shark fins?
Yeah, absolutely. Canada has actually fallen behind to some extent. The entire western seaboard of the U.S. has already banned shark fin imports, so California, Washington, Oregon. So it's high time that we do the same.
Yeah, because I always thought that they were looking at cities, or I think Toronto tried to do it, and some of the other provinces looked at it, but it takes a national will. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's the best way to do it. Unless you shut off imports at the source, there might still be some coming into the country, and the goal should be just to shut down the trade completely.
Free Willy. More than a movie now. It looks like it's a concept. Canada's about to, what, free killer whales? Not capture them anymore, right?
Yeah, we're on the cusp. I'm expecting next week this bill will have a final vote in the House of Commons, but it would outlaw the captivity of whales and dolphins, so amazing sentient creatures that no one thinks should still be kept in tiny tanks, and also restricts the import of them and the wild capture of them, too. So it would effectively shut down the trade and usher in a whole new era of compassion.
Okay, but is that a problem now in Canada, or is it just marine land that's got it?
There's really just two facilities that still keep whales and dolphins. There is marine land with about 50-some belugas, an orca whale, and several dolphins. And the Vancouver Aquarium, which has actually been told by the Vancouver Parks Board it can't have any more. So this is a practice that's totally on its way out, both in Canada and around the world. And it's huge progress that this bill is about to pass.
But the whales that are there now are grandfathered? Is that how it works?
They are grandfathered in for the time being.
So it could be 20 years before this is all over, right?
That's right. And it's a difficult situation because the whales don't have anywhere to go right now. So there wasn't really any other solution. But there's a group called the Whale Sanctuary Project. It's investigating sites in Nova Scotia for the world's first open water beluga and dolphin sanctuary. So we are hopeful there will be a place for those whales to go soon.
So is there a way, anyway, to compassionately keep these animals for conservation purposes, people to see them, or is that just, that's not on?
I think the way that society is going is people are just saying, no, that's simply not okay anymore. There is no legitimate conservation need to keep whales in captivity. It really just comes down to entertainment. And when you think about these deep diving, vastly swimming creatures who have very complex, rich social lives, keeping them in a tiny tank is just something that Canadians no longer accept.
All right, Camille, always nice to have you in. We don't get to talk about animal rights very often in Parliament, so it's nice to have you in the chat.
Come back anytime. Thanks, Don.
All right, thank you.